The Kingdom of Tonga is an archipelago of 169 islands. The population of 100,000 live on 36 of these. The Tongan economy relies heavily on remittances from Tongans who live abroad, with a limited manufacturing sector and the majority of employment provided by agriculture and forestry.
Tonga life is largely influenced by a combination of tradition and faith, with a history dating back thousands of years and a strong missionary presence. In the capital of Nuku'alofa, the infrastructure is far more developed in rural regions and outlying islands. This is especially noticeable in how Tongans obtain their water. Rainwater is often the only source for rural households.
This brings us to the volcanic eruption of Hunga Tonga Hunga Ha'apa in early 2022. The volcanic ash fallout and resulting tsunami threatened to adversely affect the water supplies that many Tongans rely on. Volcanic ash causes water turbidity to increase and can make the water taste metallic or bitter, with the potential of toxic particles causing serious health problems. With the majority of rural water coming from the roof and often stored in open tanks, settled ash is washed into the water supply and contaminates it.
We here at Alma Aqua, the Latin for nourishing water, aim to help the communities of Tonga reclaim their water health by filtering out the volcanic ash.
Introducing Power Pots, our own ceramic water filters. Made of a composition of locally sourced clay and easily obtained sawdust, the mixture is molded into the shape of a pot and fired in a kiln. With a simple addition of sawdust into the ceramic clay mixture, we can turn this inconspicuous flower pot into an effective water filtration device. This idea has been implemented in various other countries to great effect, including Cambodia, Mexico, and Vietnam by Engineers Without Borders and other NGOs. Our prototype shown here is simple, elegant, and effective. We reuse old plastic drums as the water storage containers underneath our pots, allowing water filtration to occur throughout the day and overnight.
Our solution will involve the generation of a working economy between the more rural villages of Tonga and the city centre. Instead of one-off humanitarian aid, Power Pots aim to generate a long-lasting impact on Tongan society, allowing all Tongans to collaborate and reap the benefits. Whilst the spread of volcanic ash across the island presents a major humanitarian problem, it also uniquely provides Tonga with an opportunity. The large quantities of volcanic ash can serve two main functions. 1. Volcanic ash can act as a fertilizer for Tonga's largely agricultural society, and 2. It also addresses raw material shortages for construction in Tonga, as volcanic ash serves as a sturdy material for building bricks to ward off any other future disasters. The number of people living rurally in Tonga is almost double the number living in city centres. The city centres provide the industrial capabilities of building clay pots en masse, and the rural villages provide the more labour-intensive job of collecting the ash from large areas. For transportation of ceramic filters and ash, we will take advantage of currently existing dirt roads connecting the rural part of Tonga. This will provide employment opportunities to Tongans from both rural and urban areas. However, in order to upscale the industrial capabilities required to build these ceramic pots en masse, we need you. Australia shares a close tie with the people of Tonga. As much as 10% of the Tongan population live in Australia, and due to the volcanic eruption, much of the communication that normally happens between Australia and Tonga have been shut down. Donated Pot Foundation aims to bridge this gap, where your donation can help provide the tools and expertise required for Tonga to set up the infrastructure required for the sustainable production of these pots.
Due to the local sourcing of recyclable manufacturing materials, our pots are cheap to manufacture and implement, requiring only seconds to assemble. We want to see PowerPoint in almost every rural Tonga household over the next 2 years at a rate of 100 pots a day.
We propose that the initial enterprise of converting local kilns from artistic endeavours to providing a water filtration solution will be undertaken through governmental cooperation and humanitarian organisations to help with the changeover costs and efforts. This is supplemented by a donation campaign that specifically aims to directly provide local support through international means. In the long term, the distribution and replacement of power pots will be a new Tongan industry, providing jobs to the local economy for the future. We at Alma Aqua aim to use power pots to address not just the immediate problem of volcanic ash contamination, but also the ongoing problems facing Tonga's economy. Our pots filter out the volcanic ash, making household rainwater safe to drink. Setting up our proposed economic pipeline, with ash being returned to the kilns where we make our pots, will empower all citizens of Tonga to continue to build and strengthen infrastructure in Tonga beyond the current crisis. Powerful social change requires a power pot.